We are Thredos International, back for another winter transfer update. It's January 20th, and so far we haven't signed any players officially, that is. Hefte Betancourt doesn't count. He hasn't been announced officially. On the contrary, there have been some outgoings since the last transfer update. Just to recap quickly, Andreas Doi has been shipped off on loan to sister club Rio Ave. He will join Angelos Sina, Omar Richards, Mario Vrusai, and Nelson Abbey, whose loan at Swansea got cut short, and he's been sent express delivery to Rio Ave as well. In other news, Youth League winner Isidoros Koutsidis has also been sent out on loan to Volos. I truly hope he gets some game time over there. It looks like he will be something between a third, fourth centre-back option there, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like we're going to lose, or he's going to lose, a season without proper game time. Kid's got immense potential. Hopefully gets a fresh start next season or get some games at Volos. Lastly, Thanas Sandroutos has moved to Offi. This looks like a permanent deal this time, finally. He's been a good servant to the club. It's been in his best interest to leave for a while now. Wish him all the best in his future endeavours. Now, let's move to why you're really here. Incoming transfer news. What's going on? Number one target, number one need of Olympiacos has been a winger. We talked about Anthony a week ago. We explained the situation, the challenges. Anthony has now signed the loan deal to join Real Betis in Spain. He chose Spanish mediocrity over a chance to win a title and challenge in Europe. Good riddance, I say. The name that is now top of the list again appears to be Marcus Edwards. The 26-year-old English Cypriot has been sent to train alone by Sporting Lisbon. The player has thus far not attracted any offers during the January transfer window. Today's record publication in Portugal writes that both the player and the club want to find a solution for a divorce by the end of January transfer window, with Genoa interested as well as Olympiacos and Nottingham Forest. Now, let's deal with Genoa first. Genoa recently signed Maxwell Cornet, another player that has been rumoured for Olympiacos this January. So that rules out Genoa. They found their winger. That leaves Olympiacos and Nottingham Forest. Now, we all remember what happened this summer with David Carmo. It's possible we could see a repeat scenario here unless we as Olympiacos come to an agreement with Sporting on a loan fee. Whatever happens, Marcus Edwards is likely to have a high purchase option. The player is currently valued at 15 million euros by Transfermarkt. Even if that could come down to around 10 million, what are the chances we pay that in the summer? It would smell like another long summer transfer saga. Not like we're not used to those. We don't want that. Sporting don't want that. And the player doesn't want that. Incidentally, there's another scenario we should probably talk about. Nottingham Forest just lost Callum Hudson-Odoi to injury. He's their starting winger, and the length of the injury hasn't been confirmed yet. There could be a domino about to start here. What do I mean? Edwards could plausibly really be a target for Forest, not just a target for Forest so that they can loan him to us. They could bolster their squad with Edwards, as they're making a credible push for Europe. They're currently third on the same points with Arsenal, tied in second. So if Edwards were to move to Forest, that would lead to a change in the pecking order. Players like Ramon Sosa will get less playing time. So maybe we might get him, Ramon Sosa, on a 6-month loan. Now, the more I mention Forest, the more I'm sure I'm pissing off quite a few Olympiacos fans that are not happy to hear that any business we could do or will do this January will be via Forest. I'm sorry, guys and girls, but that's kind of the way it is. We don't have cash to throw around. We need to be careful with financial fair play rules. We have not sold a player for decent money since Oleg Reabchuk. And we're still paying for ridiculous transfer moves we've made in the past, ranging from Conrad de la Fuente, loan fees, James Rodriguez wages, Marcelo wages, to name a few. So we should be in a better position with regards financial fair play this summer with Champions League money. That is if we win the league, of course. If you want to hear more about financial fair play, shameless plug, you can check out more about financial fair play rules on our Patreon content. The link in the description below. Last thing on Marcus Edwards, as there are things being said about his character. He's lazy, he's a rotten egg, not good for the dressing room, etc. We've been hearing some of these things, and we know Jose Luis Mendilibar is allergic to those kinds of players. Now, we heard none of that while he was at Tottenham, where Pochettino wanted to keep him, but Spurs and Daniel Levy wanted to cash in. We heard none of that while he was at Vitoria, where he thrived. So things aren't exactly rosy at Sporting Lisbon either since Ruben Amorim left for Man United. So what I want to say is take everything you hear with a pinch of salt. Don't believe everything you hear. Marcus Edwards is at a good age. He's got what we're looking for: pace, flair, the ability to run at people. He's left-footed. He can play on the right-hand side. We don't have that kind of profile. Mendy wants that kind of profile, a left-footed player that can play off the right. Even if we get him in for 6 months, I'll take it right now. We're running out of time to bring in a good winger. We have to do everything we can to make sure we win the league this season and progress in Europe. That about does it for Marcus Edwards. A few more updates. André Horta is still wanted by Olympiacos. The player never took his mind off the club, and neither has the club. We both need to overcome Braga. His situation at the club has changed since the beginning of the season, where he was featuring prominently for Carvajal. Santos from Brazil were interested in the player, but Portuguese media report Horta rejected such a move, and Braga was requesting a fee around €9.5 million. Now, Braga are known to be a tough cookie in negotiations, but there is hope that a deal can be reached to bring André Horta back before the window shuts. He's loved by Olympiacos fans. He'll fit right into the system and pick off where he left off. I really hope we can get this one through. We tried once, we tried twice. Hopefully, third time's a charm. So don't take André Horta off your lists, folks. And lastly, I want to talk about the left-back situation. There's been a lot of talk about an imminent deal with Boavista for Onyemachi, 25-year-old Nigerian fullback. He's got a similar kind of profile to Zaidu. You might remember we wanted him a couple of seasons ago under Pedro Martins, but he ended up at Porto. I'm not a big fan of this move on Onyemachi. We're already tight for cash, as I explained earlier. We really should be prioritizing money on the most important transfers. We have Pancho Ortega, and we've signed Athanasiou. We do not need a fullback that is better than Ortega. We need a player that can give Ortega some competition, give him a better push in training than Dolis Apostolopoulos. We need to sell Dolis now. If the rumoured 600 to 700k transfer fee plus a percentage is real for Apostolopoulos, we need to take it and run. Bring Athanasiou now. He can play in the cup and games in Greece against lesser opponents if and when needed. He's proven yesterday to be annoying. Again, well, he almost cost us at the end winning that penalty, but okay. But let bygones be bygones. He's played well against other opponents in Greece. So I say bring him in now. Then in the summer we can sell Ortega and get a better left back. That's what I think we should do. I don't think we need to spend around €3 million on a left back whose quality is questionable and not necessarily better than Ortega. It's not a priority. And before we go, a quick word about Betancourt, guys. We did a video about Betancourt recently. You can check that out clicking the link above. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with all things Olympiacos. Hit the bell to receive notifications whenever a new video comes out. And also check out our Patreon for more exclusive content, including access to our WhatsApp group, bringing together Olympiacos fans from all over the world. You'll always have someone to talk to, whatever the time. You can get access to our scout reports and deep dives for the players that we do sign this January transfer window. Check out our match day watch-alongs as well. Get access to merchandise, much more. Check out the link in description. Go to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/Thrilos7international. My name's Costa for Thrilos International, by the fans, for the fans. See you next time.